What up, YouTube? It's your boy JusRzd, and today we are tapping in with another edition of Ray's Review. Today we're talking about Jurassic World Rebirth.
Woke up this morning, feeling that shine. Whole team got the glow. You can see it in the stride. Got me feeling brand new. Feeling brand new. Got me feeling brand new. Feeling brand new. Yeah.
Man, this film franchise, Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, they gonna keep making these movies about these dinosaurs, and they gonna keep putting these people in predicaments and situations that they should never be in. I don't care how much money, I don't care how much research, I don't care how much nothing that y'all put on the table. Is never worth it. It's never worth it. But we're gonna get into this. This is definitely going to be a spoilery review. Well, here's what I'll do. I'll give you a few minutes of spoiler-free information. Then we're going to pause for a second, and then I'll hit you with the spoilery information. But spoiler-free, this particular story was... At first, it didn't start out as this. It was a little intriguing, but in the beginning, it was a little slow for me. But once they started to head where they were going, started to pick up a little bit. I thoroughly enjoyed Mahershala's character. I thoroughly enjoyed Scarlett Johansson's character. And the cast that was pretty much put together for this movie, I enjoyed them. I thought they did well with what they were given. And I thought this movie was a fun time. I thought it was a fun time. I went and brought my kids and my wife, because she loves the dinosaurs, to watch it. They enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. I'd probably give this film, probably give it a 7 out of 10. I'm not gonna hold you. I thought the plot was interesting enough. I thought the new dinosaurs were... Some were interesting. Some were like, come on now. And then some were just like, ooh, that's intriguing. But yeah, it like I said, it was decent enough. It was decent enough. It was a fun film. I give it like a 7 out of 10. And now we're gonna get into the spoiler free. I tried to keep it as vague as possible with the spoiler free, and now it's time to get to the spoilery information. So with the spoiler free, give y'all 5 minutes. If you have seen the film, just stay with me for 5 seconds. You know what I mean? If you haven't seen the film, definitely this will be your time to tap out, go watch the film, and then come back and finish this review. But right now, we're going to talk about it. Spoilery information proceeding. So leave if you haven't seen it. If you have seen it, thank you for staying for this long. And man, this movie, it's, I don't know what it is about the Jurassic Park franchise. They're going to find a way to put a family in there that should not be there. They're going to find a way to put some kids in danger that should not be in this place. And it's just like, man, if y'all don't get this situation together... Granted, the movie starts out with them going on an expedition to try to obtain some materials for this drug. They're trying to attain materials for a drug that a pharmaceutical company is trying to obtain. Not only the drug, but also the patent on the drug. So if they can manufacture the drug that's supposed to be like a cure-all and extend people's life expectancy and all that stuff like that. So if they can find it and they can curate this drug, it can make them billions once they sell it to people. And once they start doing treatments with it. And so it's just like they're in it. It starts with this corporate businessman pretty much giving different people propositions. He meets Black Widow. Not Black Widow. He meets Scarlett Johansson first. And she pretty much agrees to it once he offers her or tells her how much money he can offer her, which was $10 million. And she was like, all right, well, let's do it. But I'm gonna need somebody who's an expert. So they go get this other young man and pretty much get him to go along. And then Scarlett Johansson introduces them to Mahershala's character, and she's like, look, he's the best person to try to smuggle people in and out of where they don't need to be. And of course they kind of have a hustle going on, and he was just like, but I can't do it. Maybe if you could double the price, then I can make the sacrifice and go. So they end up doubling the price. He gets his crew together. They go out, set out on this escapade. As they're on their way to this escapade, we have a family boating across the Atlantic Ocean for, I guess, a family trip. And their boat ends up getting capsized by a dinosaur. And they pretty much get stranded at sea. It's the father, it's his 2 daughters, and his oldest daughter's boyfriend. And you can just see the tension because the oldest daughter's boyfriend is kind of an idiot. He's kind of like an idiot, hippie, druggy type of dude. And you can tell the dad just doesn't approve. And the daughter's like, but I love him. And it's just like, girl, shut up. Like, this boy is, granted, he did save her life a few times in the film, which was cool to see, but still, the brother wasn't wrapped too tight. Bless his heart. But him and the dad kind of come to a nice little agreement throughout the movie. Scarlett Johansson's and Mahershala's character, based on their backstory, they don't want to lose anybody or leave anybody behind, especially once they find out there's kids involved. So they pretty much as they're heading towards the island, they double back, rescue the people that just got capsized, and then they make their way to the island. They get surrounded by dinosaurs on the way to the island, and they take a few of the crew members out, and they end up making it to land. And as soon as they make it to land, another crew member gets taken out, and then they figure they got to keep moving and keep their head down and keep their head on the swivel. So they do that. They end up getting separated from the family, so now the family's on the island as well, by themselves, with no guide, no experience. They just know that they should probably follow these pipes because it may lead to civilization, because they know there's a research facility on the island. And so we have pretty much Scarlett Johansson's crew gathering the resources to make sure they got everything they need. And chaos, of course, ensues by the time they start getting the resources. People get taken out very quickly in this film. People get taken out very quickly and very thoroughly in this particular film. Like, just members of the crew left and right just get packed out. We see the businessman who set everything up. He went on the trip with him. He was being real devious and shady because he wants the materials, but he also wants to get back to his cushy life. He almost he doesn't necessarily cause the young lady to fall off the boat, the oldest daughter of the family man. He doesn't cause her to fall off the boat. He was trying to stop her from calling pretty much the National Guard or the police to come help them when they were stranded, surrounded by dinosaurs. And he doesn't want them called because they're kind of doing this mission off books. And so he kind of tries to stop her from calling, hangs the phone up. She gets mad, tries to push him, ends up pushing herself back and slipping off the boat. He doesn't save her, so he kind of was just gonna let her fall off without actually trying to make an attempt to pull her up. And so it was unfortunate, but it's not like he threw her off the boat. He just sat there and watched as she was inevitably gonna fall off. And of course she did. Excuse me. Of course she did, and then her boyfriend jumps off to save her, and they end up washing ashore with the rest of her family, because everybody ends up having to leave the boat because the boat is pretty much getting destroyed by the dinosaurs and the rocks. And so it was just it was just interesting, man. And one thing that that shocked me, but also I'm glad it's 2025, so we don't have to worry about that trope for the most part. I'm surprised Mahershala made it off the island. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm surprised Mahershala made it off that island, because there was a couple of times that they teased that this brother wasn't gonna be the one to make it up out of there, and I'm glad that he did. So definitely thought it was a fun film. Like I said, I gave it a 7 out of 10. Probably won't go no higher for me, just because all these movies kind of start to run together once you realize, all right, we got to put a random family in here with a child, or we got to put a child in here that shouldn't be here, but they here, and now we got to figure out how to put them in danger so we can rescue them. And it's just like, you got these wild animals involved. It's kind of like the same trope every movie. So it's just like a 7 out of 10 for me. I know my wife and my kids thoroughly enjoyed it, but I was just like, it's cool. Definitely let me know in the comments below how you felt about it. If you've seen it, did you enjoy it? What were your thoughts on it? What parts did you like? What parts didn't you like? Definitely comment below, and we can start a discourse about it. And don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you haven't already, hit that notification bell so that way you can be notified anytime we drop a new video on the channel, which is every day. So stay tapped in, stay tuned in, stay locked in, and never forget, it's free soul to the soul free. Let's get it.